Alrighty guys, so today we're going to do a little update. We're going to go check the cows, we'll check the water patches, and I'll give you an update on the gasket that we made. We've been running for, this week will be 2 weeks, 24 hours a day, so that'll be a good test to see how our patches have been doing. So let's go ahead and check this patch over here that we use with the JB well and see how it's holding out. All right, doing pretty good. Nice and dry, holding. Looks good. No other leaks, looking nice. It's getting warm out. Looks like we got some cows in that water. We'll see if we can go take a look at them. Feel the power. So this is another little project that I've been working on. Getting the motor running. Had some help on getting the carburetor cleaned up. It was pretty nasty. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to make a mock-up unit of this. We're going to put about 400 feet of pipe on it, 200 on each side, and see if we can make another side roll system. So we'll keep you updated on how we do with that. Got some calves down here at water. There's a tank down there. I have all the calves coming up here to get water, so they get used to coming up here. Got some more over there on that hill. And looks like we got some more way out over there. So let's go take a look at them. Every time I come over here and I'm on the four-wheeler, the calves are fine, but when I get off, they always run on me. That's because they're not used to me walking around on foot. They're used to me walking around or riding around on a four-wheeler. And so just kind of walk around and try to get them used to you. He's gonna scoot off and run away. He's a bad boy. But you'll notice he got antsy and anxious, and all of these over here did as well. They're not used to me being on foot. You may see these down here. So these are, salt blocks. They got trace minerals in them, and we give them to the cattle to get them their additional minerals and supplements that they need. Just like we take our vitamins, they get their vitamins too, as part of creating good quality cattle. Okay, we'll leave you alone. We'll go check on your other buddies. See, these guys, no issue. They're gonna sit here and look at me, sitting there chewing their cud. No problem. Basically what we're looking for is looking to see if anybody's coughing, got snot running out of their nose, limping, hurting. Some cough is okay. You know, we live in a dry climate, we got a lot of dust, but we're looking for those type of respiratory type issues. If I were to get off this four-wheeler, these guys would probably jump up. These all look good. Let's go check the next batch. So over here, way down at the pivot, I was walking the field a little bit. You can see the crop is already starting to go out to head there. And so we're going to put up an electric fence. I got it on order, should be here in a couple days. And we're gonna section off this piece here because this half of the circle, or 3/4 of the circle, is doing much better than the other half up over there on the hill where the cattle are up over there. That way we can raise this crop and see if we can look at baling it. We're currently talking and trying to get a custom cutter lined up to come and help us get this cut, baled, and then we start our rotation for turning this over into permanent pasture. Right now the rotation is wheat in the winter and then sorghum sudan in the spring summer, and then they flipped it back to wheat, but we're going to turn it right into permanent pasture. But yeah, pretty cool. Heading out. All right, so one of my checks that I always like to do is come in, make sure pumps are still running. I can feel the water coming through here and I can hear it. So that all looks good. We'll run up this road and take a look at the cows up here, and then I'll take you up on the hill and I'll show you the difference between the lower side and the upper side. Basically, the other thing is right up through here, we're going to basically cut all of this off with electric wire, and we're going to raise this side over here for a wheat crop, and we're going to just graze over here. The cattle won't be able to get in front of this. There's so much feed. I probably need another 200 cows to even try to get in front of this, but you know, we're growing a business. You got to start off slow, make sure you understand your assumptions and your costs before you just go hog wild. So that's what we're doing. And, you know, we got an expansion plan in place, and we execute to the plan. So, all right, let's go up this road. Look at that one hiding in the grass. And over here it's just about up to their bellies here. So looking good. If I get off, I bet these cattle are gonna run. But let's see what happens. We'll just walk around them a little bit. And there they go. Just looking them over, seeing if there's anything in their eyes, you know, any irritants, infection. Brands are peeling. It takes about 6 weeks for the brands to peel, and after the brands are peeled, then you can legally sell them, but not before then. Looking nice and fat and happy. You can see the weed over here. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's tall enough. It's got that nice wave to it, which I just absolutely love. You know, it reminds you being out on the Kansas plains and just seeing the wheat fields with the waves and the wheat. Reminds me of the ocean. You guys are looking good. This is part of the first batch that we got, and we know that because I tagged the first batch with white tags. And these guys are running right at 570. This big one right here that we're looking at in the center is maybe pushing 600. And you know, we're gonna start putting together a shipping plan. Oh, here in about 6 weeks or so. Trucks are running about $5 a mile right now. And so we got to put together a plan on if we're going to rent 2 trucks or if we're going to look at just putting them all on one, and maybe we'll grow the first batch up to 900 and the second batch to 8. I'm not sure yet, so that's part of what we got to get put together. Everybody's looking pretty good. Whoop, found a hole. Well, come on. All right, let's go up on top of the hill. Up the hill we go. So you can see over here on top of the hill, the weed is not in great shape. And so what we philosophize about is that the wind just absolutely crushes this hill. There's some of those long-billed cooloos. Pretty neat little birds. But what we think happens is the wheat just gets dried out. And so we need to put more moisture on this hill. But it makes it really hard because right now the pivot's on a 40-hour rotation, doing about a ½ an inch, maybe a little bit less. And so to time it so this hill gets more water and down there gets less water, makes it pretty tough to time it. And so we're gonna graze this hill because it's not headed out as much as where we were down there. And with the bearded wheat, it can irritate the cattle's throat, and they could go to stop eating it. And so since this isn't headed out nearly as far as the other stuff, we're gonna graze this off as hard as we can, and then we'll just raise that other crop. Okay, let's go check the patch job that we've got on the flood line. So far, so good. All right, so I don't know if you remember last time we were here, we had run for, I don't know, only 24, 30 hours, and there was water all the way down here. You can see the ditch all the way down there. And so for running for almost 2 weeks straight, that is a remarkable improvement, and I'm happy with that. Let's go check the other one. So this one we completely sealed. I don't see any drips or anything around it. So you got a leak, get some old inner tube, make a gasket out of it. So this is interesting, check this out. This side roll, which is so neatly tucked away against the fence line, is not where I left it. We had those big, strong winds that came through. And you haven't seen it yet. I got another video that I'm working on. I just haven't had time to get it finished yet. But I left the side roll about here. And we had those strong winds that came in and pushed this guy all the way back against the fence. Goodness. And the crazy thing is, there's a big cart in the middle of it down here that I just don't know how it got moved. Unless somebody came and moved it without me knowing about it. But I highly doubt that happened. Let's go see what we find down here. It's pretty incredible that the sucker moved. We're gonna put this field over here into alfalfa. It's planted in winter wheat right now, but I dragged my feet getting it going, and I got some missing gaskets, drain plugs on the side roll here. And so I just haven't got it on. So we're gonna work on the drains this weekend. I'll post a video about it. And then we're gonna turn it on and see how to use it, work out any kinks with it. And then I'm just gonna till this under and we're gonna put alfalfa on it because I'm trying to get a cutting of alfalfa out of it this year so I have some winter hay. You can plant, from what I understand, you can plant alfalfa and within 6 weeks you can cut it. So that's what our plan is. But check this thing out. That thing is huge. And look, it got pushed. It is right up against that fence. That makes my head hurt. How in the world did that thing move like that? But I guess it's light enough that you get enough force and momentum that it's just gonna go back. So that's something good to know about. All right, guys, well, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great, wonderful day. Have a great, wonderful weekend, and we'll see you later. I almost forgot. So I got some responses back on the tractor for names. So we had Kubota, we had Calbota, we had Cal 2 D2, and we had Yeehaw. So really anything related to Star Wars is automatically disqualified. And I think we're gonna just have to go with Kubota because that's got the name on it. It's already got the name on it. I mean, if it had a different name, we'd probably call it that. So I think we're just gonna call the orange tractor the Kubota. All right, now I'm done. Bye.